Canon's professional mirrorless ecosystem appears to be approaching a meaningful turning point, and at the center of this growing conversation is the Canon EOS R3 Mark II. While nothing has been officially confirmed, the intensity of recent speculation suggests that this camera is no longer just an abstract idea floating in rumor cycles. Instead, it is increasingly being treated as a likely next step in Canon's high-performance lineup. The original Canon EOS R3, introduced in 2021, already established itself as a serious tool for professionals who needed speed, durability, and consistency above everything else. It was designed with a very specific philosophy in mind, one that echoed the legacy of Canon's flagship 1D series in DSLR form. Rather than focusing on headline-grabbing resolution numbers or cinematic feature sets, the original R3 emphasized reliability in demanding environments. It quickly became a trusted option for sports photographers, wildlife shooters, and professionals working in unpredictable conditions where timing matters more than anything else. Its stacked sensor design, combined with fast readout capabilities, helped reduce rolling shutter issues and enabled smooth performance during rapid action. In many ways, it was not just another mirrorless camera, it was a statement about Canon's priorities in the professional space. Now, several years later, attention is shifting toward what comes next. The Canon EOS R3 Mark II is increasingly being discussed as a potential successor that could arrive sooner than many originally expected. Some reports even suggest that an announcement window could align with major global sporting events in the near future, continuing Canon's historical pattern of launching professional-grade equipment in moments where high-speed photography demand is at its peak. Large international sporting events often serve as a showcase stage for flagship cameras, and this timing speculation has added further weight to the ongoing discussion. The broader context behind these rumors is also important. Since the release of the original R3, the competitive landscape in the mirrorless camera market has evolved rapidly. Sony has continued to push forward with advanced sensor technologies, including global shutter implementations in certain models, which significantly reduce rolling shutter distortion in fast-moving scenes. Nikon, on the other hand, has refined its stacked sensor approach, improving speed and responsiveness in its high-end bodies. These developments have raised the overall benchmark for professional sports and wildlife photography systems. Within this environment, Canon has already introduced the EOS R1 as its top-tier flagship, which naturally places the Canon EOS R3 Mark II in an interesting position. It is expected to sit just below the R1, but still operate as a fully professional tool designed for extreme performance. This creates a delicate balance for Canon: how to advance the R3 series meaningfully without encroaching too closely on the R1's positioning. The evolution of the R3 line must therefore be both technically impressive and strategically careful. At the core of expectations for the Canon EOS R3 Mark II is sensor technology. The original model's 24-megapixel stacked sensor was already optimized for speed and efficiency rather than sheer resolution. It prioritized fast readout speeds to minimize rolling shutter artifacts and maintain accuracy in high-motion environments. For the next generation, speculation suggests an even faster stacked sensor architecture, potentially pushing closer to global shutter-like behavior without fully adopting that design. If achieved, this would significantly improve image integrity under challenging lighting conditions, such as stadium environments with LED flicker or fast-moving subjects that typically introduce distortion. Such improvements would not simply be about technical refinement on paper. In practical terms, they would address real-world issues that professionals encounter regularly. Sports photographers working under artificial lighting, for example, often deal with banding or uneven exposure caused by sensor readout limitations. Wildlife photographers capturing rapid movement in unpredictable conditions also rely heavily on consistent frame-to-frame accuracy. A faster sensor in the Canon EOS R3 Mark II could reduce these issues significantly, improving trust in the camera's output during critical moments. Alongside sensor improvements, processing power is another major area of expected evolution. The current generation Digic X processor has served Canon well for several years, handling complex image processing tasks efficiently. However, as autofocus systems become more advanced and noise reduction techniques grow more computationally intensive, the limitations of older architectures begin to emerge. The Canon EOS R3 Mark II is widely expected to introduce a new generation of processing technology that builds upon this foundation. A more advanced processor would enable smarter image rendering, improved tonal transitions, and more efficient handling of high ISO data. It would also enhance autofocus decision-making, particularly in fast-paced environments where subjects move unpredictably. Combined with Canon's existing AI-assisted autofocus systems, a new processing engine could reduce missed focus instances and improve tracking reliability in cluttered or dynamic scenes. For professionals, these refinements can be more valuable than raw specification increases, as they directly influence keeper rates during critical assignments. Autofocus performance remains one of the most important aspects of the R3 series, and the Canon EOS R3 Mark II is expected to prioritize refinement over reinvention. Rather than introducing entirely new detection modes, the focus is likely to be on improving consistency. This includes better subject retention when obstacles appear in the frame, improved performance in low-light environments, and more stable tracking during erratic movement. In practical terms, this means fewer interruptions in focus during real-world shooting scenarios. Another anticipated area of improvement is the electronic viewfinder. The current professional standard has already reached extremely high resolution levels, but future upgrades may push toward even smoother refresh rates and reduced latency. A high-resolution EVF around the 5.7 million dot range, similar to what is seen in Canon's flagship bodies, would enhance both clarity and responsiveness. For sports and wildlife photographers who rely on split-second reactions, even small improvements in viewfinder performance can have a noticeable impact on accuracy and comfort during extended shooting sessions. Until then, the Canon EOS R3 Mark II remains a subject of anticipation, speculation, and careful observation. And as with many flagship cameras before it, its true impact will only be understood once it moves from rumor to reality and into the hands of working professionals who depend on it in the field.